Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of April 8, 2018. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing week it is. We do have an active sky this week, and we have in some ways a varied sky, some very strong energy of tension and motivation, and at the same time, knowing that the forward momentum is coming. Under the same sky, lots of romantic energy this week, fun energy, prosperous energy that I think a lot of us are going to like very much. So let's take it one at a time. As we start this week, early, we have a conversation taking place between the Sun and Pluto. Now, this is a type of conversation, an aspect that astrologers call a square. And it tends to represent a time when we are very aware of where it is that we want change to happen, where it is that we want to own our power and really push towards an outcome, a meaningful transition that we desire. However, it can feel a little challenging. It can feel a little delayed, especially under this sky. The Sun, of course, is moving through the sign of Aries. We've also got Mercury retrograde in the same part of the sky. And so it does suggest that as much as it is that we want change to happen, as much as it is that we are pushing and fighting, at the same time, we're being asked to trust the journey and to trust the process. One thing we are going to want to be a little bit mindful of, there is this temptation there with this energy to be a little bit manipulative or to feel a little bit like, okay, I know what it is that's really going to get in deep and push your buttons. Maybe that's not the best way to go, okay, to play that game. It's always up to us to decide what we are going to participate in. And so this may very well be a divine invitation to realize what games it is you want to play and what it is that you don't. Well, as we get to the very end of the week, what's going to happen is that Mercury will slow down to a standstill and then go direct at the very end of the week. This is really exciting for a few reasons. One, Mercury direct, right? Mercury direct is exciting. It's always nice when Mercury is no longer retrograde, even though we are still in Mercury retrograde season. Now, consider, pay attention if you will, what was taking place in your life about this time last month. So in the early part of March, when it was that Mercury went into shadow. That is where Mercury is returning late this week. And whatever it was that arose at that time, whatever it was that arose in the first part of March, we will in some way return to, get further clarity, and finally feel a sense of moving forward as we get to the end of the week. And again, what feels challenging in the early part of the week, no need to give it more energy than it truly needs, because with Mercury retrograde in the same part of the sky, there is that possibility that we are not getting the correct information. There's the possibility that we're not seeing things clearly, and that really is okay. Those times have their own wisdom. One of these sacred lessons, one of the great examples of the sign of Aries, where the Sun and Mercury are right now, has to do with recognizing our agency. And what does that mean? Well, it basically means how much is it that we feel that we can advocate for ourselves. We can work on our own behalf, move our lives in the direction that we choose. Sometimes in life, right, it doesn't necessarily feel that we have a whole lot of agency, but other times it truly can be, and there truly can be a recognition of how much power we do have. Well, that's the great thing, and that's part of the sacred lesson for all of us right now. Recognizing where it is that we can move our lives in the direction that we choose. May not necessarily be so clear as we start the week, but what the start of the week is meant to show us is where our power is and where it is that we truly want things to be different, want things to be better. The way forward and the way there will show itself more clearly to us as we get to the end of the week. Now, under this same sky, we've got this beautiful energy playing out that I'm so excited about, that I think a lot of us are really going to enjoy and celebrate very much. And it really is thanks to Venus. Venus right now is moving through the sign of Taurus, and this is her home, if you will. This is a strong position for Venus to be in. And when Venus is in this part of the sky, she's able to bring forward that part of her that has to do with enjoying the earthly incarnation, enjoying being embodied, enjoying our five senses, enjoying prosperity, recognizing how abundant our lives truly are. She's able to bring about that appreciation that much more easily. And with a week like this, she's really able to bring it forward that much more. And that really is thanks to a beautiful connection between Venus and Mars. Venus will also be speaking in harmony with Neptune as well. Now, interestingly, Mars moving through the sign of Capricorn will also speak in harmony with Neptune. So they are setting up this beautiful energy, if you will, that really has to do with maximizing both Venus and Mars, but also believing in the dream. That's the Neptune kicking in. As I look at this, I feel like it really is the dream that will inspire us, the dream of what we could live, the dream of what we could create, how abundant our lives are right now, and they can be. And that's what you want to nurture. Remember, Mercury's retrograde for pretty much the entirety of the week. And with this particular energy, it becomes very easy to believe, oh, there's so much abundance, so I will spend and I will enjoy the spending. Well, look, if you have it like that, then of course, live it up. But I think the point is, especially with Venus and Taurus, is to recognize the abundance that we have right now and to appreciate how it is that there is abundance playing out in our smallest moments and in every moment. How having an awareness of our senses being incarnated right now is in itself a type of prosperity that we can appreciate. But of course, this is going to be good for love, okay? This is going to be good for sexy times. Mars and Venus, right? That's really good for enjoying the incarnation, but enjoying the rush of love, the rush of attraction that can also be there. I do feel as I look at this that there will be quite a few people out there who will feel very swept up in an energy, swept off your feet, and swept up in a moment in particular, thanks to Neptune. You know what I love about moments, right, is that they can be, of course, fleeting, but they also have a way of lingering. They have a way of lasting. And when it is that our moments are especially sweet, especially memorable, where it is that our moments affirm things within ourselves that we like, well, those are certainly moments that are worth cherishing. This is the kind of week where we have an opportunity to turn our attention towards what is pleasurable in our lives right now. We have the opportunity with this sky to decide what it is that matters, to focus in on it, to give our all to what it is that we believe deserves our all, but then also know how to lay back and go with the flow and enjoy our lives. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, we've got this other rare, beautiful energy playing out this week as well. And it really has to do with Jupiter. Jupiter's been moving through the sign of Scorpio since late last year, will be in the sign of Scorpio for almost the entirety of this year. And over the course of this Jupiter moving through Scorpio season and cycle, we will have certain peak moments, certain high moments where that Jupiter is going to work overtime to bless our lives in at least one area of life. Well, with a sky like this is one of those peak moment weeks, and that really is thanks to a second connection, an ongoing dance, a peak moment in the ongoing dance between Jupiter and Pluto. Now, how it is that this speaks to you and your sign, you can watch the Jupiter special horoscope for your sign on my website. I know a lot of people did get that, so thank you so much. But if you did get that, the Jupiter special for your sign, please have a look at it again, because all the themes I talk about specific for you in your sign are going to be especially pronounced right now. Where is it that Jupiter is working overtime, really wanting and really trying to expand your horizons, to bless your life, to make you aware of what true riches are and maximize that for you, help you to redefine wealth in at least one area of life. For us, as a collective, it is going to be an understanding of wealth that is going to expand for us as well. Jupiter moving through the sign of Scorpio, well, I did a whole video about that for the collective, and I'll try to link to it below if you haven't seen it already. But we will notice that the themes that arise with Jupiter moving through Scorpio, the themes of getting to the truth of a matter, getting to the real hidden motivations on the one hand, but also on the other hand, considering our access to resources and how we feel about it and our collective resources. Well, these are going to be issues and topics that are very much part of the collective conversation right about now. We may very well see developments on that front also. What I do love about this week is that we have this rare heightened energy of Jupiter, but we've also got this sweet and soft energy of Venus. You add Mars into the mix and, regardless of how it is that you're navigating this week, regardless of what shows up in the beginning that you've got to work with and work around, regardless of, for some people out there, it may feel a little bit like bosses or other people are bringing the drama into your life. The amazing thing about this week is that we can choose not to participate. We can choose to understand what is ours and what isn't. And when we are able to make that distinction, what's truly amazing is that we can start to appreciate all the good that is ours right now. And with a sky like this working overtime to help us understand how much is good in our lives, well, we can't help but celebrate it right here, right now. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. And you can find out how all this wonderful stuff speaks to you and your sign by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. Now, I did mention Jupiter special horoscopes are on my website. You can download it as an individual download. If you are a superstar, you can watch that as well in the superstar space also. And so I hope that you enjoy that. I am very excited about my current synchronicityuniversity.com session that I'm doing today. Earlier today, from the time I'm recording this, was the very first class on nodes in the astrology chart, and it was an amazing class. Thank you so much to everybody who joined in live, to everybody who registered for that class. We had such a good time interacting with each other and learning about the nodes, evolving our understanding of the nodes beyond just what it is that I have put on YouTube. Well, I have 2 more classes coming up this month online in real time. One is past lives in the astrology chart and health and holistic healing in the astrology chart. So whether it is that you've signed up for all 3 or you want to sign up for the one that just happened, well, look, you can download the full complete class to learn from infinitely. And you can get that download and register for future classes as well by going to synchronicityuniversity.com. I have a big event coming up that I'm really excited about. Well, look, it's not that I have the big event. There is a big event. It is one of the premier, huge celebrations of astrology to take place. It's really, I like to call it, I've named it personally, the Olympics of astrology, even though it's not about competing or anything, but it really is that big a deal. It is the UAC Conference, the United Astrology Conference. It is taking place very soon, like really soon, like in 40 something days. It's taking place in Chicago, Illinois. I'm really excited to be in Chicago very soon at the end of May. I think in the US it is Memorial Day weekend. For Canadians, it is Victoria Day weekend. So it is that weekend that this huge astrology celebration is taking place. With something like 250 astrologers, really the brightest and the best and the most celebrated astrologers on the planet alive today are teaching, are speaking at this conference. It's an amazing opportunity to connect with other astrology students, with people that you've loved watching on YouTube or reading their books. Like really, they're all there. So I hope that you will come out, because I will be speaking at this conference. I am truly grateful to be in such great company. I will be teaching on the Friday, and I'll be doing a short version of my class in chemistrology. So if you're in the Chicago area, I'd love to meet you on the Friday, and it would be just amazing to see friends and fans out there. We will have a lot of fun, especially during the class. We are really going to enjoy ourselves. Doesn't matter if you're not an astrology student, if you're just, starting out, I'll make sure that everybody absolutely enjoys and learns something in that class, in my chemistrology astrology class. If you can't join us in Chicago, or if you just want more chemistrology, you can download that at synchronicityuniversity.com, where I taught that class online. But it would be amazing to meet friends and fans. Please do check out the link, and I really look forward to meeting you all. Every single one of the thousands of people watching. I look forward to meeting you in Chicago for one of the absolute biggest astrology conferences that takes place on the planet today. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. As I said, I'm still kind of high from the class I taught earlier today. It was so much fun. Thank you to the students. And just thank you for being here, right now, in this moment, and watching this, and really helping me to affirm what I truly do believe, what was affirmed for me earlier today, thanks to the students who attended my class. And that was this understanding of how important it is to affirm that the universe is wise and loving, and especially now in our world. And I was thinking about this just before my class started. I was, thinking and prepping in my mind, if you will, about the class. And I was thinking about how I really think, and I really believe, that the purpose of life, the purpose of being a human being, is to learn about love. Like, that is why we are here. We are here to learn about love. And I like to call it, love and wisdom, and embody love and wisdom. And yes, that is one way to put it. But if you just take it from a very practical standpoint, in a very immediate way, what does that look like? We're here to learn about love. And some of us show that process more. Some of us hide that journey underneath a whole lot of pain. But that is ultimately the aim and the urge of the human soul, is to use this incarnation to learn about love more and more, to move towards greater love than we were before. And so my hope always, with my videos, with everything that I put out into the world, absolutely everything that I share, is to be part of that awareness, to be part of greater love and greater wisdom in the world, yes, but really on a more practical level, to remind us that this is the journey that we are on. However imperfectly we may walk that at any given time, it is ultimately about moving ourselves in a direction of love and learning about love as we go along. So thank you for being here as part of my journey towards greater love. And I hope that my work, every part of my work, or any part of my work that you interact with in some way, affirms love, and your move towards love, and your learning towards love as part of your unique journey for you. Well, thank you again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.